Hey, it's Rachel from All About Planners. In this video I'm doing a review of the Day Designer for Blue Sky, and this is the Day to a Page edition. So I've previously done reviews of the vertical and the horizontal. I'll include a link in the description box below if you wanted to look at those review videos. But this one is the Day to a Page. They do have larger size planners, but this one is the smallest that I've seen. It is only about 6 inches wide by approximately 8.5 inches high, so definitely a lot more portable size than some of the other ones. Because it is Day to a Page, it is quite chunky, so you do have the chunky coil, and it's probably about 1 inch thick. It is not too heavy though. You could put this in your handbag and you would still notice it's in there, but it's not super heavy, probably because it just has the frosted cover with a shiny cardstock. It's not a hard cover like the other editions that they have. The color scheme is the same, so some of them have a pink theme, some have a blue. It's the same color scheme, they've just shrunk it down to fit the smaller page size and obviously the Day to a Page format. So you get reference calendars for the current year, and then 2019, 2020 and 2021 if you want to plan that far in advance. Give you some tips on how to use it, and then it's the same goal setting pages in this smaller version, which is also included in the larger edition, and also the vertical, horizontal. They just include it for all of them. It's the same pages, all these add-on ones. Really the only thing that changes is whether it's a weekly or a daily spread. So about these goal setting pages, I'm not really a fan of them. I think they're a good idea, but they're just too brief. They're not really detailed enough. There's not enough space to do really any goal setting, so I really do think that that could be improved. Now, the monthly calendars. So I am a big fan of the monthly calendars actually, because it's one of the very few that I have found that has lined writing space. So all of the Day Designer Blue Sky ones have this lined space, line writing space on the monthly calendar, which is just so much better if you have really crooked handwriting like I do. Keeps it neat, and it's probably the only style of this box format calendar that I will use if it has lines. Otherwise I'll do a list format, purely because I just can't fit enough in these boxes. But when you have the lines, I can fit more in. So definitely a big tick for that. It starts on a Sunday, and then it has this notes sidebar. You get the dates at a glance calendars for the past month and then the next month. And because it is a US planner, it does have the US holidays printed. It also has other stuff as well, like first day of summer. And if it has a holiday, it also has this little flag marked on the calendar as well. The tabs, they look the same as the other ones. Other editions, yeah, they're like a thin cardstock, and they've got a little bit of laminate to stick it to the page. Probably not the most durable tabs I've ever seen. However, they will do the job, and they're protected by the cover. As you can see, it protects them, so it should be fine. Now I'm just going to check, and we've got July, August. If you follow my blog, you'll know what I'm looking for when they combine the boxes into two. So that would have to be one of my major cons with any planner when they do that. I'd rather just restart the numbering on the top row. I mean, you've got all these empty boxes. Why do you bunch it together? But anyway, minor problem, just white it out and then restart the numbering. So let's have a look at the daily pages. So you get 1 day per page except for weekends, which are combined onto one page. So if we look at the daily, you get a top 3, you get a quote, different quotes for each day, and then a schedule and to do. So the schedule is from 6 AM until 8 PM. If you're a night owl like myself, may not be the best times for you. However, you could just wipe that out or just turn it into more list making space, because you do have the columns already there. And then it has a little tonight section and a gratitude, which of course you could change to a meal planning or daily win, reflection, or anything that you like, really, cleaning. Any sort of section. It's pretty flexible layout that you could customize and use in a few different ways. Let me just find a weekend for you guys so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so weekend, it changes slightly. So it says fun things instead of your top 3 priority. It does have those holidays printed again on the daily spread like it does on the monthly, and has a little cute flag as well. Different quote again, and then it just has the schedule from 6 until 8 with the next week and don't forget. So you don't get the checklist like you do for the daily. So if I was going to use this, I'd probably white out those times and just make it one big checklist for the day rather than a schedule. But again, really personal preference. So looking through the rest of the planner, you've got tabs for each month, and if we keep going right to the back, they have academic and calendar year planners, by the way. If I keep going, we'll go to the notes section, which has lined note paper. Probably some of the cutest note paper I've seen in a planner. I really do like the flag banner thing. I think it's cute, like this little pattern. A subtle pop of colour and a bit of pattern to decorate it, but you still get lots and lots of functional space. So there's a few notes pages, and then at the back you also get a little reference calendar with the holidays printed on it. And remember, US calendar, so it's got the US holidays printed, like Martin Luther King Day and all of those. And then that is it for the planner. So if you're looking for a pen test, I've done one for one of the other planners. The paper feels the same throughout all the different Day Designer Blue Sky collabs, so I'm not going to do another pen test in this one. I'll just include the link below in the description box to the pen test that I did for one of the other planners. Overall, I have found that the paper feels nice and it's smooth to write on. However, it is subject to a bit of ghosting on the back. So if I go to a page that has a design printed on it, actually let's go to one, yeah, you can see it there. See how you can see the shadow of the times printed and the shadow of the check boxes. So they are a super affordable planner, and obviously a lot cheaper than the actual Day Designer ones themselves, but because it's cheaper you do sacrifice on the paper quality. For me, they're so cute and they're a lot more affordable that I would still buy them anyway, despite the ghosting and bleed through problem, but just note if that's an issue for you, may not be a good fit. And then on the back you have that same design printed and the frosted cover again. So if you liked this review, please don't forget to subscribe. I usually post a couple of planner review videos each week.